Good morning, everyone. Hello, hello, hello. It's beautiful, terrific Tuesday. Good morning. Morning, Charlie. Hello, hello, hello. Welcome. Kathleen, good morning. Is that what it is? I did not want to get up out of the bed, so it must be the cold. Good morning, Rick Morrow. Oh, goodness. Okay, so let's get started the way we always do, going into our hearts. Oh, 16 degrees. Yeah, that's a little much. Let's go into our hearts and do the heart brain. Touching your heart center. Focus in on your higher self speaking to you, reminding you of your magnificence, reminding you of what an amazing person you are. Focus love into our hearts. And just let that warmth go all through. Get excited about this day, about terrific Tuesday. What an amazing journey it is. How grateful we are for another breath. How ready for a miracle. And let's take a moment to let all of that flow into us and through us, letting your heart and your brain communicate. And I'd love to hear your I am stories this morning. am worthy. I am enough. I'm so happy to greet this day with a newness, a freshness, excitement about what might come my way today. I'm ready for a new adventure. I'm ready to speak with the angels. I'm honored to be here with all of you. And I am peace. I love opening my eyes and seeing all of you jumping in here. Good morning, Blue. How are you feeling this morning? I hope you're doing a lot better, sweetheart. Tammy Fisk, good morning. Kathy Hand, I am a beautiful soul. I am loved and I am thankful. Kathy, I'm so thankful for you. Are you on your way to work? I hope you're not out in all of that cold. But tell us if you are in the car and you're headed to work this morning. Catherine Kovacs, good morning. I am happy to be here. We're so happy to see you here, Catherine. You're in early this morning. Prachetta, oh, Prachetta, how are you doing? And I hope everyone in your family is well. I know there's a lot going on there. So we'll lift you up every day, you and all of India. Thank you for being here. And Rick says, I'm excited for the arrival of the special effects box for my guitar. I'm excited for that too, because I know that you and Leo have been collaborating and working together on some music, and that excites me. I can't wait to see what's going to come from that. Rosalind, good vibes. Good morning. And Prachetta says, I am healthy, healed. I am so happy to be here. Beautiful. Jennifer Langren, good morning, good morning. So today is Terrific Tuesday. I asked Yogananda for a word for us today. Every star of heaven, every pure thought, every good act shall be a window through which to behold thee. We see God when we do those acts of kindness, when we have those pure thoughts, when we lift another up in prayer. That's what Yogananda is saying. All of that is a window through which we can see everything that is real, the magnificence, the power of God. We see that every time that we take the focus off of our ego, off of our human self, and put it onto our spiritual self. Marie, good morning. Thank you for being here. Much love and blessings to you as well. Catherine says, heading out today to visit Michael's mom. She lives an hour and a half away. Well, safety on the road to you, my dear Catherine, and to Michael. Charles says, I am blessed. I am a fountain full of gratitude, and I am a loving soul full of compassion. I love that. All right, so Stacy had said she'd come back this morning, but she forgot about an appointment that she had. So she will not be on this side of the camera with me today, but she's going to try to make it in tomorrow morning. And I welcome her because I think that was a terrific discussion that we had yesterday. It's so amazing when we can just really focus in, isn't it? When we can focus on a conversation, on a topic, and feel the energy. And when somebody else is putting their 2 cents worth in and sharing experiences, it makes it such a wonderful teaching moment to hear from someone else. I certainly appreciate all of you coming in each morning with me and looking forward to being with you today at 5 o'clock on Gratitude Happy Hour, those of you that signed up to be on there. And can't wait to hear from you because part of what we're doing is interactive, and we're going to hear from you what you want to manifest, because the more energy that you can put into your manifestation, the more that's going to happen. Like quickly, you're going to be amazed when you can get out of the ego and just focus on what can I bring to me? What can I bring into my life? What can I give birth to that's just so wonderful and so powerful? And we're going to get you there. I'm starting the 30-day manifestation challenge on the 21st. And we'll be doing that here on the morning show. We'll be focused in on manifesting and giving tools and tips. Day 2 of that manifestation challenge is doing the vision board. So Michelle and I have that all worked up. We have it ready to rock and roll on the 22nd. If you haven't signed up for it yet, I encourage you to sign up for the vision board workshop. And today's masterclass at 5 o'clock is going to be kind of a preview, a prelude of what you're going to get on Saturday, the 22nd. We have Kathleen that says, I am always safe, secure, and divinely guided. I am an instrument and a channel of love. I love that, Kathleen. You certainly are. And you're just an amazing creator. You have birthed wonderful things forward in this world, and there's a lot more to come. Blue says, I am a soul having a human experience, and I'm able to ask for help and accept help when offered with grateful heart, filled with love. You are so filled with love. Thank you for being here this morning. Thank you for the Reiki grid. Thank you for all that you do. I think you all are going to love the special free gift that we're giving away today. I'm excited about it. I was so excited I barely slept last night. I think I got maybe 2 hours, if that, but I was working on some special things for the workshop and for the masterclass. And so really excited about what's going to come forth and all of the manifesting that we're all going to do. I'd love for us to manifest together. Wouldn't that be awesome? Let's manifest that perfect spot for the retreat and all of the teachers that are going to show up for us. We already have, I think, five people that have already said yes. Yes, I'll be there. Yes, I will share of my knowledge. Yes, I will experience the love that's going to happen there and the flow. And that's one of the things I want to talk about with the challenge is getting into the flow and what that means. And it's not just letting go of things. That's the first part of it. There is so much more involved to get into the flow and let your energy flow and let your creativity come forth. It's all about release. Oh my goodness, Jean. Yes, those Fae did not let me sleep. They were so excited last night. And they were just having a ball last night. They were so funny. When you connect in with the elementals, and that's who we're talking about, they want to have fun. And that's the one thing that they just get thrilled about. If you'll play with them, if you'll be like a child again, and just allow the energy, allow them to take you wherever it is that your mind wants to go. If you want to have a great adventure, if you want to just sit and play and create, they're the ones that are going to help you through that, or help you do that, I should say. Sorry, it made it sound like a chore. But yeah, it really is interesting to work with the elementals. I'm loving how the angels are helping to create something every day that we can all learn from. It's a lesson, but it's also a blessing. It's also something that we can really put our hands on and wrap our brain around and really understand. And last night was one of those nights. And Suzanne, I know you were on at the beginning. I hope you're still on here, because Suzanne, where they took me last night with the writing and the lesson, the teaching, was to Pennsylvania, where we did the land blessing there at Valley Forge. And Suzanne, I was looking at pictures and I was reminded of that special time with you. And that's part of what the angels are doing right now. They're helping me to remember how amazing it was to sit in the presence of you, peace, this beautiful spiritual family that has been created. And every time I've gone into an area, there's a lesson there. There's something to behold. There's something to understand more fully. And the reason I brought that up is they had me focus on a tree in the storm. And if you haven't read that yet, I completed it early in the morning, like I said, so I put it out as soon as I finish it. They want you to really understand where the strength is, where your strength is, and how you can tap into that strength. And one of the ways that you do that is to stop thinking that it's on the outside of you. How many, and I want to see hands, I want to see yeses, how many of you have waited for somebody on the outside to come in and rescue you, or somebody, as you perceive to be outside of yourself, to make things better, to wave that magic wand, to maybe just step in and take the obstacle away, whatever it is that's stopping you or blocking you. How many of you have just stepped back and said, oh, so-and-so will fix that. I don't have to do it. Somebody else is going to take care of it for me. Somebody else is going to fight that battle. How many of you? I have. I've sat back. I'd go, okay, I know that it's going to get better. I know that there's people that are going to wake up and they're going to make a difference. That help is not on the outside of you. It's not on the outside. It has to start inside. It has to be you seeing you as important, seeing how worthy you are. And once you get into that, once you say, oh, I can do this. I don't need that superhero. I can get through this fire. I can be stronger. And when I was writing that blog last night, I wasn't sure where it was going, because we were talking about battles, and I don't even like confrontation at all. So I was like, angels, I don't know what you're doing here. Why are we writing about battles? That's not one of my favorite things. But if I can find the words to the song that they had me write about, let me see if I still have it up. I do. So this is a song, and I had no idea about this song. I'd never heard it before. It's by Phil Wickham. And these are the lyrics that they drew me to last night. When all I see is the battle, you see my victory. When all I see is the mountain, you see a mountain moved. And as I walk through the shadow, your love surrounds me. There's nothing to fear now, for I am safe with you. What we perceive as an obstacle, what we think of as something that we can't cross, a divide, a separation, it's not real at all. We're looking at it with our human eyes and our human perspective, and wow, that mountain looks so high. I could never get across that mountain. I could never climb it. So I'm just going to have to leave that dream behind. But when we perceive that is the obstacle in our lives, we're already on the other side of that obstacle. We just don't know it. We haven't gotten that memo yet, that mountain has been moved out of our way. Whatever that obstacle is, that we're waiting for that superhero to break down and destroy and break through so that we can come through on the other side. It's already happened. Isn't that beautiful? It's already happened. We're already on the other side of that challenge. Whatever we think is like this huge thing holding us back from manifesting, holding us back from abundance, from receiving what it is that we need or we want, from having the perfect health, from having love in our life. We're already there. All the obstacles are gone, but we're still holding on to them. And so many times I reflect and I think about that parable, that story of the two monks that were walking, and they came across a river or a body of water they had to cross. And there was a woman that wanted help. And the one priest picked her up and carried her, or monk, I'm sorry, the monk picked her up and carried her. And the other monk could only complain, "You're not supposed to do that. That's not right." And still complained for miles on the other side of that water after the one monk had put the lady down. And so he looks at him and says, "I put her down miles ago. You're still carrying her." And sometimes we do that, don't we? We still carry the energy of the blockage, whatever it might look like, whatever we're judging or criticizing, whatever we think is in our way. And all we do is complain about it instead of saying, "Oh, okay, I know that that's not real. I know I can get on the other side of that. I know that all I have to do is have faith and believe that that mountain is moved, and it's moved." So we need to get out of our heads. We need to get out of that, what I call the stinking thinking, so that we can have a terrific experience here in this lifetime. We can be the very best we can be and hold each other and see each other's magnificence so that we can see that the mountain is moved. We can see that the water has been crossed. And we don't judge each other. When we let go of the judgment and the criticism, the miracles appear. When we let go of the limitations and the perceived separation, the miracles appear, because then we become one. We become one-minded. We get into the energy of wanting the very best for each other. And I see your yeses. Isabel, Kathleen, yes, Tammy, Andrea, Catherine, Rick Morrow. Yeah. So let's get into the energy of what is possible instead of what isn't possible. There's a huge difference, a huge difference. When we start looking at our limitations, that's when all we see is the negativity. That's when we see that we're not going to have that new car. We're not going to have that promotion at work. We get into that kind of thinking and it goes downhill from there. We look at something and we see possibility. Oh, I'm doing a great job at work. My boss is paying attention. I'm starting to get compliments. I think I might be moving up that ladder. Different way of looking at it, right? Instead of thinking you're stuck in a dead-end job and nothing's ever going to happen, look at what is possible, of what can be for you. And Rosalind says, yes, but not anymore. I realize that I can trust the wisdom within. And Catherine says, but then I learned that magic is already inside of you. Yes, it is. You don't need that outside superhero waving a wand and making your life better. Your life is better. Look at what's good in your life. Search for the hidden gems. Search for what's there that's really working well for you. All right, what else do we have? Lots of yeses. I love that. Yes, thank you, Kathy, for that reminder for us to add Sharon Boyle to our list. And I have another name that I need to put in there. My best friend reached out to me this morning in Florida, and her significant other in her life, his name is Bob, needs our prayers. So I'm adding him to the list this morning. And oh my gosh, yeah, let's do that. Y'all let me talk too long. And we really need to be getting to our prayers today because it's a busy day. I'm going to be online in just a little bit. I believe it's at 10 o'clock your time, 11 o'clock your time. I'll let you know. Sherry Myers is going to promote the Vision Board workshop. We're going to do a live together. So I'll be going on with her in just a couple of hours. Let's see what Kuan Yin has to say, and we'll get to our prayers. Thank you all for being here today. Thank you for just your energy of love, your energy of openness. I am so looking forward to seeing you on Zoom today. Thank you, Blue, for putting Bob in the grid. And Blue says, seriously, you can back me up to the gates of hell, but I won't back down. The Fae are singing this song to me. Absolutely. I won't back down. I won't give up. Never give up, especially if it's a dream, especially if it's something important to you. And you know that it's in your divine plan to have whatever that is or to be whatever that is. Never give up. All right. Kuan Yin. Let's see. I haven't read it yet. Let's see if it fits in with what we're talking about. The nectar of the lotus. Your devotion to helping others has the effect of squeezing the heart chakra of the Divine Mother. From her heart drips nectar, sweet, sustaining, life-affirming energy that feeds you and allows you to nourish many souls. When you are full, well, and vital, you are able to nourish others. You are guided to receive your fill now for your own benefit and the benefit of all. Part of the blog that I wrote, the angels wrote this morning, and the Fae, they were helping out. Part of that was asking the question, how are you being nourished? What's nourishing you? What's feeding your soul? What's feeding you on the inside? Not your human body, but what's feeding your spiritual body? And so I think Kuan Yin is bringing our attention to that, to helping us understand that we'll be strong when we fill up totally our soul with all that nourishment, all that teaching. We teach each other. We are both teachers and students. So as you all come in here, the spiritual family that gathers together, you teach and you learn. You do both when you come in. Isn't that beautiful? Let me just get rid of a troll. Blue says, sheesh, Big Mike just came in and pulled his sword over that. Yeah, so awesome. So let's get to our prayers. And if you have any to add to our prayer list, please do so. And please put yourself in there if you need to. If there's something that is going on, it doesn't have to be physical, but if there's something going on, put yourself in the prayer circle. Let us know. We don't know to lift you up if you don't tell us. Catherine texted me that she is alive and finally home after more than 2 months in the hospital. She needs 24-hour care and must learn how to walk again. Many years ago, she was paralyzed from the neck down. She had 2 near-death experiences and healed herself, and is an example that we can get through everything. Thank you so much, Peas, for your prayers. Please continue to pray for her. We certainly will. She's on that list, and I'm not taking her off until you tell me to take her off. So Prachetta, good morning. Prachetta says, special prayers for my dearest, beautiful fairy Teri ma'am. Love you so much. Prayers to be more punctual in the Morning Cuppa show. Thank you. Prayers for my family and friends who are down with COVID. Prayers for my entire Angelic River family. Thank you, dear Prachetta. All right, so let's get to the prayer book. Deirdre, where is our Deirdre this morning? I know we pray for her every day, but do we need to add special prayers for our Deirdre? I haven't seen her, haven't seen any comments, haven't seen Marietta comment or Leo. So let's remember all of our P's that normally jump in here with us. And we're going to get to the prayers. Just a moment here to clear off my screen and get rid of trolls. Okay. She's on Messenger. Well, okay, but she's not in here with us. Joanne, lifting up my dear employee, Michaela. Her grandfather passed away last night. He was more of a father to her than a grandfather. Let me write her name in the book. And thank you for being here, Joanne. All right, let's get to it. And a reminder that each name is somebody that's been entrusted to our care. Each name is somebody that has been put into a prayer circle, and we lift you up high. As I read the names, just see love flowing from your heart. Just see that person in their perfection, whatever that looks like. However God decides, whatever's in the divine plan for each one, that it will come to fruition. So we have our India family. We have Prachetta, Prachir, Navriti, Jasmine and her daughters Anya and Myra, and her mom Ronnie, Abha, Billy and Tim Hawkins, my sister and her family. And please lift my sister Billy up. I heard from my other sister Sheila that Billy has been going through some things, including a surgery. So I'm going to have to talk to her today and see what's going on and get the scoop. And her daughter Michelle, we need to add to our prayer list. And Blue, please add Michelle into the grid. She has gone through the COVID experience 3 times now. So please lift her up, that whatever's going on, they can figure it out and help her to be stronger with her immune system. My sister Sheila and her husband and family, Gary, James, Loretta and Cecil Boone, Joanne Castillo and her family, her daughter Jackie and her grandson Eris, Deirdre and her daughter Danya, Deirdre's sister Steph and her husband Bob, Adriel, Joni, Suzanne Millard and her family, her daughters Jillian and Jackie, granddaughter Jessa and her sister Karina, Marietta and Ed Stoner, Leo Harley and your family, DJ Blaze, Lakshmi, Ken, Wendy, Jebby, Jim and son, Ryan, Edwin, the children that were involved in the hit and run accident, and the family of the ones that passed, and those that are still fighting to get over the injuries that they sustained. Rick and Josie Morrow, Danae DeCandio, Tammy Williams, Vicky and Georgia, Meg and Jim Lorio, Jean and Ron Lorio and their family, Michael Lorio, who went through surgery, Christine and Carrie Leftwich and their family, Mary Lou Burdick and her family, Catherine and Michael Kovacs and the family, and travel prayers for you, Catherine, as you're on the road today. Roslyn Good Vibes, Mira Rubin, Sally and Tony De La Rosa, and happy anniversary to those two. Kathy and Bob Hand and the family, and Kathy's parents, Bo and Candy Hand, Patty, Sonia, Kathy's co-workers, Pat Moss, her daughter and grandchildren, Olivia and Tom, and her sister, Susan, Becky LaFave and Travis, and Becky were lifting Travis high after his surgery and all the complications. We're praying for a complete healing there. Erica Hoppy and her family, and they are having a service today, and the family is gathering after the death of her mother. So let's lift that whole family up today. Corrine, Charlie Coons and family, brother Raymond and wife Kathy, Hope Wellington Marshall and her son Zenna and her parents, the Campbells, Trey Horn, Andrea Gregg, Catherine, Eric, John, Tatiana, Annie Seven and Grayson, Regina and Adam. And I'm hoping that Grayson has had some improvement. Annie, I know there was a struggle yesterday, and praying for the very best for Grayson and his school situation. The family of Kirk Taylor, Cassandra, Destiny Ortega, Liz Orsini and her sister, Christine Lewis, Gail and Nick Zimmerman, Jennifer and Micah Langren and her brothers, Chuck and Ken, Oksana and her mom, Amber, Jenna, Katia, Maximus and his teacher and her, Isabel and Paul Reese and their daughters, Teresa and Inesh, Linda and Dick Lemieux and their sons and grandchildren, and Linda's friend in Sarasota, Stacy and Josh Lord and their children and grandchildren, her mom Karen, her uncle Richard, and her cousin Kim, and also Mary Lord, Wayne, Blue Jean and Dave Walensky, and the fur babies Pocket, Gruff, Wizzy Bee, Blue, Lulu, and Gizmo, Pam and Gordy, Lindsay, Kat, Candy and Pastor Bruce, Dr. Beard, Jenny Reed and the family of John Reed, Jay and Lee, the Deerfield Valley in Vermont, Brookie Woodside and your family, and the Girardi family, Jeanette and Ernie, Sean, Angel Fullerton and her husband Garrett going through a cancer experience, Lillian in Norway, her daughter Steen and son Michael and grandson Gabriel, and Lily's mother, Kathleen Caputo, prayers for your eye. Catherine, thank you for that update on Catherine. Baby Wyatt, Baby Haven, Alba, Dottie and Don, Tom Brown, Grace Isis, her father Edwin, her sisters Helena, Jean, Cynthia, and Edwina, and all their family and fur babies. Raymond, Darren Walker, Arthur Thompson, Karen Palmer, who just lost her father. Pray for her and her entire family, her husband David, and her daughter Marissa. Elaine Armstrong, Elena, Abby, Irene, Heaven and Son, Marianne, Henrik and Lorraine, Bill, Tammy Fisk, and your daughter and your sister Tracy, Kelly, Rochelle, and your mom Rose, Stephen, Donna, and the family of Todd, who just passed, Tina Carzo, Tony Hidalgo and family, Pam in Utah, Ruth Anderson and her family, and her sister-in-law Sharon, Jeannie in Colorado and her sister Merle, and all of Boulder, Colorado, over 1,000 homes that were lost in the fire. And let's lift up all those families who are in the cold now, and many of them still struggling to find a place to be there in Colorado. Deb Goldberg and her family, Michelle with breast cancer, Crystal and Dean Nobles, their sons Gabriel and Jacob, and Brody the dog, Laura Hill, Joanne Rice and the family of Bob Rice, Soma, Julia Osborne, Sharon Rhea and her family, Nick and his family, Sherry Gatewood and her brother-in-law Padama, Hanaya Hummingbird, Tammy Hill and her family, Phil B., Lynn Gallagher, Danya Navarro, Wendy Roberts, Terry Wilderman and her father, Mary Quincoli and her friends, J.H., Mike S., and John, Irene and Eduardo, Eddie Quills, Jose, Michael Murdoch, Jessica, Fidel, Camilla and Nick in Australia, Lynn Andriazzi, Frank, Albie, Viola, Kenneth, Bobby, Mansi, Kamal, Maddie, Akil and the Pakistan orphans, Noel, Yuri, Scott, Letitia, Mary, Raven Dalek, Joshua, James, Drake, Alicia Burns, Pam Dyke, Chris Blake, Betsy, Kimberly, the family of Trevor Gotardi, Ellen, Sue Seekoff and her family, and especially Richard, Ethel Huggard, Perry Gilstad, the Walters family, Chiara, Ricardo, Cynthia's dad, Sharon Stroud, and the update on Sharon from her daughter is that she really needs our prayers right now. They thought they could take her off of the high dose oxygen, but they're having to put her right back on it. So let's pray that Sharon's body will get stronger and stronger and she'll fight. Kirillani, Marissa, Allie, Bree, Claudia, Gracie, Catherine O'Shea, Marianne Pish and family, Cassandra and Danny Gary, Linny, Fiona Dilston, Pamela Dawn, Rick Olfick, Sophia, John Thaddeus Fiore, Kuka Carney, who just lost her mom, and all of her family going through that grief process. And then we added in today, Bob Simon, Sharon Boyle, and Michaela. Now, if there's any others to put in there, please let me know. Prochetta, Karen's father passed 2 days ago, and Karen is doing well. She feels like she's hearing from him. She's heard messages, she's seen signs. So let's lift our Karen up during this time when she's getting used to communicating with her dad on a higher level. And Blue says extra prayers for our buddy Gordy. He's in the hospital. He is going to be okay. Yes, yes. We pray for him every day, so lifting him high. And there's our Deirdre and Hope. Hi, darling. Oh, I'm so glad that you came in for a minute. And I think that's it for all of the extra prayers. So let's go into our hearts and remember each name that was read, sending energy and love into each one, asking our Creator, God, whatever you choose to call that highest being that exists, just asking for the very best and possible potential outcome for each situation. And then let's do our heart healing. Just breathe in the energy. Now that you've given, I want you to receive. Breathe in the love and light coming in directly from Source Creator. Let it come first into your heart center, lighting up your very soul. See the inside of you changing colors, expanding. Feel your body expanding out. And I'm hearing to send healing energy right now. So I want you to raise your hands to receive close to your body. And I'm going to get closer to you. And just receive. Receive this energy that's coming directly from Source, God Creator, flowing to your hands. You might feel some tingling. You might feel warmth. Just receive right now. As that energy flows through your hands and into your heart, just hold it. Take a breath in, receive, and scoop that energy. Just do a scoop and bring it right to your heart center. Let it just sit in there. Let it feel good. Let it feel warm. Just let it flow. As you pay attention to your own heartbeat, let that love be pumped out of your heart. And see it springing forward into Mama Gaia. See it going directly from your heart, the heart of the earth. And we're asking our Earth Mother to take this love that we're pouring in, bring it to a beautiful, beautiful place, and let it rise back up from the center of Earth, touching every inhabitant on Earth. I just see all of the animals right now. I'm thinking of the wildlife that's out in the elements, out in that cold weather. Just see them all receiving this love from Mama Gaia. See them feeling that blast of warmth in their own hearts. All of nature, the trees, the waterways, the frozen water. See all of it just receiving this energy. And our prayer as we put that energy into earth is for more peace on our earth, more love, more honor and respect. And now let's breathe it in again. Just let it go right into this high heart. And you're going to give it to each other. We're going to give and receive. What you give, you're going to get. So on the count of 3, 2, 1, thank you. I love you. I love you. Thank you, Blue. I am drinking of the nectar from the angels. I really am. I'm just enjoying every day sitting with them and listening to them and allowing whatever comes through me to flow out to all of you. Thank you so much for being here. I am going to play our song that was written specifically for us by Leo. And we are going to enjoy this Cuppa Fulla Joy.
mornings, it's time to get up and get ready, because today is the perfect day to have a great day. Here we go, come on, come on.
Hearts today.
It's a beautiful
That
day.
love
If you
flow
wake up this
directly
morning,
from
might as well be
God.
part of it. When all is for
Heart.
peace, so now mission for harmony.
From your
To any
heart.
mama, be on the lead. Wherever
Mother
we
Gaia's
gather,
heart.
we create a portal where we
I
can
love
be
this heart
together. The
feeling
heart
that we
telephone
do.
is always one phone call away.
I love our shared
Waiting
time
on the gods,
together.
the angels, and the
I love
masters.
that you
Take
are
a deep breath
hearing
and
now.
going into a new dimension. Morning Cuppa Fulla Joy, a very day at age. Just start the day on a high vibe, we call the AAA. Morning Cuppa Fulla Joy, with all the P's and the pod. The daily mantra is thank you, I love you, namaste. Morning Cuppa Fulla Joy, a very day at age. Just start the day on a high vibe, we call the AAA. Morning Cuppa Fulla Joy, with all the P's and the pod. The daily mantra is thank you, I love you, namaste.
And Blue, I think you're going to love that sweet gift. I was thinking about you the whole time I was creating it.
Full of joy, full of light, full of love. Bottomless refuse, spilling out from the top. Here, the coffee's always hot and the trust is always yours. The sun is calling out to play, let's put on a show. Today's a new day, we all part of this game. Let's play to win. Love always is the winning team.
Dance
And you can sign the
this morning,
bus, there's
Blue.
always no space in the pot.
We are.
Full of love, take a spot.
Love the Leo.
Morning Cuppa Fulla Joy, a very day at age. Just start the day on a high vibe, we call the AAA. Morning Cuppa Fulla Joy, with all the P's and the pod. The daily mantra is thank you, I love you, namaste.
safe travels,
Full of
Leela.
joy, every day at age. Just start the day on a high vibe, we call the AAA. Morning Cuppa Full of joy, with all the P's and the pod. The daily mantra is thank you, I love you, namaste.
Cuppa Fulla Joy. Can't wait to do our video to this song when it goes for mine. Deirdre, are you a frozen pea this morning?
There really is no secret. We
Love
simply
to all of you frozen
accept,
peas.
align, allow.
AAA, y'all.
Morning Cuppa Fulla Joy, every day at age. Just start the day on a high vibe, we call the AAA. Morning Cuppa Fulla Joy, with all the P's and the pod. The daily mantra is thank you, I love you, namaste. Morning Cuppa Fulla Joy, every day at age. Just start the day on a high vibe, we call the AAA. Morning Cuppa Fulla Joy, with all the P's and the pod. The daily mantra is thank you, I love you, namaste. Cuppa Joy, Cuppa Fulla Joy.
Oh, babies are sleeping. They don't wake up when they hear Leo. Oh my goodness. I can't sit still when I'm listening to this song. So awesome. Thank you so much, Leo, for writing it. Thank you for singing it. I can't wait when you and Rick collaborate. What's going to come from the two of you. Good joy. Woo. Namaste.